Vegan, cause to kill and or eat an innocent being is utterly disgusting.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Getting sufficient sleep can facilitate the brain's processing of emotional information. A research paper published in the Journal of Neuroscience found people who have more rapid eye movement or REM sleep had lower fear-related brain activity the next day. Continue watching to find out more.
Kalaisis translates as "How are you?" in Karachay-Balkar, one of the official languages of the Karachay-Cherkasy Republic. This is how the gracious people of this nation might greet you if you ever visit their country. Energetic viewers, I'm Dimitri. The shining citizens of Karachay-Cherkasy wish you experience God's brilliant radiance and loving guidance all the time. Welcome to our show titled The Importance of Getting Quality Sleep, Part 2 of 2. In the last episode, we introduced the sleep pattern and how sleep boosts physical wellness. Every night, we go through a repetitive cycle of non-rapid eye movement, or NREM sleep, and rapid eye movement, or REM sleep. Each cycle takes about 90 to 110 minutes. Getting quality sleep promotes brain development and maintenance, enhances learning and memory, as well as strengthens the immune system and decreases the risk of Alzheimer's and heart disease. Moreover, sleep helps to maintain a healthy body weight and prevent type 2 diabetes. Quality sleep is achieved by obtaining uninterrupted and sufficient hours of sleep so that the needed number of sleep cycles can be fulfilled for a refreshed feeling upon awakening. Modern technology has a great influence on sleep quality. The artificial light from electronic devices such as cell phones, tablets, laptops, and computers, as well as household lighting, can suppress the release of the sleep hormone melatonin. This interferes with the circadian rhythm, or the body's internal clock, and makes it harder to fall asleep. One study discovered that exposure to room lighting before bedtime results in suppression of melatonin synthesis. This shortens the duration of melatonin by about 90 minutes and delays its onset compared to dim light exposure. Hence, chronic exposure to artificial lighting in the late evening could potentially impact the quality of sleep. Younger generations are particularly vulnerable to the negative effects that artificial lighting brings. Studies have shown that the melatonin suppression by such light in children was nearly twice as much as in adults. In addition, today's youth are born as digital natives whose lives revolve around electronic devices. The constant usage prior to bedtime may prevent them from getting quality sleep and thus hinder their development, physical health, emotional well-being, and school performance. Another potential sleep disruptor is stress, which changes the way the body regulates hormones and makes the body more active. It's normal to feel stressed now and then, but chronic stress can bring negative effects. For example, the extended period of social distancing during the COVID-19 pandemic has caused some distress and trauma, which has made achieving a good night's sleep significantly harder. Some experts have even created the terms coronasomnia and covidsomnia for this compounding phenomenon. The COVID-19 social study by the University College London, or UCL, in Britain found that sleep quality among British adults appears to have deteriorated by 39.4% in the period between March 2020 and 2021. Meanwhile, the American Psychological Association reported that 2/3 of adults in the US had been sleeping either more or less since the pandemic began. Sleep is closely related to mental and emotional health. Getting sufficient sleep can facilitate the brain's processing of emotional information. A research paper published in the Journal of Neuroscience found people who have more rapid eye movement, or REM sleep had lower fear-related brain activity the next day. Dr. Matt Walker, a British sleep scientist, says REM sleep actually offers a form of emotional first aid and helps us cope with difficult emotional experiences that occurred during the day. Sleep deprivation and poor sleep throughout the night can manifest into symptoms that put us in danger. The body is like a delicate instrument that automatically tries to compensate and bring itself back to balance. Microsleep is a short episode of sleep that lasts only a few seconds. In a way, it is a protective mechanism of the brain to reset itself when it becomes too tired due to lack of sleep. Microsleep is so short that people can doze off without even realizing it. If it happens while driving or operating machinery, it can turn into a life-threatening situation. Microsleep sometimes can be hard to detect, but there are some warning signs, such as an inability to stay awake, frequent yawning, constant blinking to keep one's eyes open, or inability to remember what happened in the last few minutes. If you notice similar signs, it's worth trying to make adjustments in your routine to get more sleep and better quality sleep. If changing your lifestyle doesn't work, then seeking professional advice could help give you peace of mind and might save you from dangerous situations like falling asleep while driving. By now, I'm sure you already have a general idea of how important sleep is. If you are experiencing insomnia or poor sleep, you are not alone. We'll now share some proven tips with you on getting better sleep. Number 1. Increase exposure to natural sunlight during the day. As mentioned before, we have a natural clock in the body known as the circadian rhythm, which controls the time we feel awake and sleepy and is sensitive to light. When we are exposed to sunlight, the release of sleep-regulating hormones such as melatonin and adenosine will be adjusted accordingly to keep the circadian rhythm healthy. According to studies, daytime exposure to sunlight helps people with insomnia to fall asleep faster by 83%. As a result, this can improve daytime energy and sleep quality and duration. 2. Keep a consistent sleep schedule. Because the body's circadian rhythm works on a set cycle in accordance with the exposure to sunrise and sunset, sleeping and waking up at the same time every day can help with sleep quality in the long run. Studies have also shown that people with irregular sleeping patterns have a poor sleep due to a disrupted circadian rhythm and levels of melatonin that make them sleepy. So, if you are one of those with an inconsistent sleeping time, try to develop the habit of waking up and going to bed at the same time. Once the habit is established, you might even be able to wake up before the alarm goes off. 3. Exercise regularly. Exercise regularly for at least 30 minutes during the day, as it can promote relaxation and normalize the internal clock. If you are going to exercise at night, choose a light to moderate intensity activity and finish at least 90 minutes before bedtime. 4. Reduce exposure to blue light before bedtime. Blue light emitted by electronic devices such as cell phones, televisions, and laptops can trick our brain into thinking that it's daytime. Exposure to blue light will decrease the amount of melatonin secreted and make it harder to fall asleep. If we absolutely have to use them, we can wear glasses that filter out the blue light, download apps that block it out, or simply turn off the devices 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. 5. Create a good sleep environment. Make sure to have a comfortable bed and pillow. Avoid bright room lights and loud noise and keep a suitable room temperature. 6. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Take a warm bath. Listen to soothing music, read a book or do some stretches before going to bed. 7. Relax and clear your mind before sleeping. Insomnia is often caused by stress and worry. Meditation is one of the effective ways to enhance the relaxation response and promote physiological responses that resemble early stages of sleep. These include an increased level of melatonin, reduced heart rate, and lowered blood pressure. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, or JAMA, Internal Medicine showed that participants prescribed 6 weeks of mindful meditation experienced fewer insomnia symptoms. If you had a stressful day, try meditation before going to bed. 8. Adopt a plant-based diet. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that eating more fiber and less saturated fat is associated with deeper and more restorative sleep. By contrast, a report in the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine revealed that processed meat and animal-based foods can worsen sleeping conditions like obstructive sleep apnea, a disorder in which breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. Dr. Neil Bernard, MD, founding president of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine and a Shining World Compassion Award recipient, also encourages adopting a plant-based diet for good sleep. He suggests having starchy foods like pasta, rice, and potatoes for dinner because the complex carbohydrates trigger the release of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that helps with relaxation, thus helping one stay asleep through the night. We sincerely hope that you and your loved ones will enjoy a good night's sleep and embrace the new day refreshed with high energy and a spirited mood. Brilliant viewers, thank you for your company today on our concluding program. Up next is Women Have to Be Protected and Respected, Part 8 of 8, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May heaven bless you in your dreams, bringing you revelations and inspiration. Vegan, get used to freedom from anxiety.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/HL.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/HL.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/HL.
Műsoraink sok nyelvet tartalmaznak. Kérjük, tekintse meg itt suprememastertv.com/schedule és suprememastertv.com/HL.